don't know if this is on. No, I ain't like that. I don't think so.
Hey, there's the gate you go.
Gotcha! Hey!
Be a good one, though.
That would be. But
Every time I hang up with my daughter FaceTiming and I hit it, like hang up, and it always hits your hand.
every time I like look down, I'm like, I hit it. Here we go, guys. You want to go ahead and put it on you now?
I don't think you want to see corn.
Let me get my. Else is getting it buttoned. Nope. Get the access. Okay. Shove it up in there. Yeah. That.
Clothing line. What does it mean?
Yeah. Good thing was I wasn't sweaty. It's got me.
What's up?
I thought I hit her, but I'm gonna. Just gonna keep you over there. Yeah.
Look up there. See when you come out from that. Just kind of do a twist and turn.
Who am I looking at?
We're ready, right? We're not Shelly and Don. Yeah, they're ready.
Done. Oh, they just went inside.
They're all ready.
So
Everybody's there.
okay. How we doing?
What are you looking for, John?
How we doing?
For the ball bag. Who's wearing a ball bag?
Oh, that would be me. It's right there.
Coaches.
I do not care. He's got no.
Always have fun. If I didn't,
Found a way to get yourself involved, I see.
thanks, Brett. I've been practicing all day.
You got a game in yesterday.
Till about 1 o'clock in the morning I practiced.
You're not going to be intimidated. You're going to be okay.
I was throwing socks at him.
I am a little bit nervous.
Softball makes people nervous.
I'm a little bit nervous right
If
now.
I need to hold you, let me know and I'll hold you.
Okay.
Hey, I wadded up socks, like 4 of them.
How are you?
Chucking them at it?
So everything's the same we've been playing with. We have a lot of balls go up under the fencing, so just if it does that, just have them hold up their hands. We'll make sure of everything. Everything's still in play here. Any questions on anything? Hey, a couple things. Try to keep the gloves off the like the rail right there, because we're gonna have to kill it. If it hits it, we're gonna have to kill the ball. Okay. Other than that,
first step below.
yeah, yep, all that stuff's the same. Okay. All right. I think we're good.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one. All right.
You have a good one. Good luck, brother.
I'm gonna try.
I know you will.
Harv, how you doing, bud?
What's up? Good. You?
Good. Well, it's a little bit different than facing a fastball, but same kind of park.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny?
Lots of room out.
But isn't it funny how you're catching, you don't have to wear anything. The guy who's pitching has to wear it all.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of a difference.
It's crazy how this reverse.
Okay, if he wants to do this warm-up again, we're good with it. If he wants to stay where he is. If you want 2 more, you can do it. Okay. We're good. Okay, we're going to get a batter here. We're going to get a batter. That would be you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, coming your way in just a couple of minutes, it is
Couple of minutes, how about a couple of seconds?
matchup between the number 1 and number 2 seeds. They both enter the game 3-0. This will be the matchup between the 2 teams looking to win.
Guys, move the gloves.
All right, winners bracket championship game, the USSSA Major World Series in Kissimmee, Florida, at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. It's a heavyweight battle. The number 1 team in the country, and the white and purple, is Smash It Sports, Scene, TDB, Mike and Worth, the number 1 team in the country. They're taking on Resmondo.
No, just missed inside.
Specialty Tank.
Didn't come in.
O&A Apparel.
No, it was good.
Easton. H Auto, also one of their sponsors. Bryson Baker, the batter, taking on his old friend Andy Purcell.
Right. Full.
And I noticed that we got Doc Beckwell behind home plate. This is his first appearance behind.
All right, you're going to go down there.
At least that I've seen so far, right?
Nah, I think this is his third game behind home plate. He is the national umpire-in-chief, and he does have a microphone.
And now stepping into the box, it'll be the MVP
Baker walked.
2016 World Series, the first baseman.
So we talked about this one last night, and what you mentioned to me is you really thought that it was probably going to come down to, can this Resmondo team hit enough long bombs?
Right, they relied on the homer all week, just out-homering their opponents in every game. And there's some type of magic that Andy Purcell has, because when teams play him that have been hitting homers, they suddenly slow down and don't hit as many homers, so they may have to take what they can get and settle for base hits here. We'll see if they adjust or whether they
Got
can
it. Yeah, 1 and 1.
hit the long one.
I was thinking walking
Whichever
in,
way you want to call it.
I love the new schedule. I love finishing on Saturday night. But if there is one negative about the new schedule, it's the fact that the winner's bracket final, these two teams that love to hit bombs are playing at 1 o'clock in the
Got a
afternoon.
catch?
Would you agree
Right.
there?
I got your tag, Tony.
But we do have the finals
have
tonight,
time.
With a nice grab by
Tony.
that's the only way to do it, is to have the winners bracket championship here at 1 o'clock.
1 out and 1 on.
Championship most of it should be under the lights, especially if there's 2 games. Whereas usually the championship is on Sunday afternoon when it's pretty hot too.
Goody.
Early Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Pearson flew out. We haven't seen him make too
Sorry
many
about that,
outs.
Harv. That was me.
Here's one of the holdovers. Greg Cannell was on
hit my
Resmondo
shoe,
last
sorry.
year. He's on Resmondo this season.
Yeah.
Lindsey Schmidt got a chance to talk to
gonna be a foul ball.
Travis Resmondo about his hopes of winning
All right, we got 1 and
title
1.
number 11.
We have time.
It'll be the first time, obviously, celebrating with this group and this core group
That's
outside
good.
of
That's good.
Greg Cannell.
Cannell, Bubba
Okay, we got
Mack,
one.
and BJ Falk. Actually all holdovers from
Yes, sir.
last year's Resmondo team.
So we're going to have a full count.
Full count to Cannell.
That's way deep.
2 walks here by Purcell. He did get Pearson to fly out. 1 out, 2 on for Brian Wegman.
Base on ball for Cannell, so now 2 on.
Got 1 out.
Corey.
2 on with 1 out, and stepping into the box will be the cleanup hitter, the left fielder, number 12 from Hamilton, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Brian Wegman.
That's
Wegman
inside.
starts with the ball, so Purcell can't quite find the strike zone here early.
Give me one.
Swung on third base. Briggs has it. He's going to take it himself, and he's got a fielder's
We have
choice.
time.
That was a smart play. I think that
We got 2.
on contact, he's thought maybe I can turn 2. But then he decided
Get the lead runner.
Sorry, bro. Here,
Briggs, the best defensive third baseman in the game. He came out of nowhere. He played with
No shit.
Nightmare last year.
You'd stop every blood flow from here down.
Pitcher, number 8 from the Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, Travis Clark.
You're talking about on Facebook Live, the wind is blowing right. They said hard to the right. I don't know that I'd necessarily
All right,
say
here we
that
go.
from what I see from the flag out
Yeah.
in center field.
Flag's just
Inside.
kind of floating around, sort of to the right field corner, as it normally does
We have
here.
20.
I'd call it 8
got time.
miles per hour.
Find it. Do one. All right.
2 outs. Resmondo has not taken advantage of the walks yet.
Yes, sir. No, that's outside.
And he missed. He's walked them loaded. And in between, he got 2 of the best hitters in the game, Pearson and Wegman, to make outs.
And that's a base
Another one?
on ball for Travis
I actually think
Clark.
Purcell's more frustrated with himself
The
right here, because those were definitely balls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buddy Wolf.
not real close. Buddy Wolf, can he cash
how'd you like
in
to be
with the
doing that at
bases
100 miles
loaded and
an hour
nobody
now?
out here in the top of the first?
Here we go.
This is a big spot.
We have time. Here we go.
Set up. Gotta be fair. Work. Gotta be fair. Good.
Up the middle and stopped by DiDonatis. And look at that. He'll tip his cap and head to the dugout. And Resmondo, who loads him up, goes without scoring.
The only time you can call a U-trip on Power Blue.
DiDonatis smothered that grounder up the middle.
It's amazing.
Some great defense by Smash It Scene after the 3 walks, and Resmondo doesn't get a hit in the top of the first inning.
It's got both
here in
halves
the
of it. It's got the
championship.
front half.
Resmondo fails to score. They get no hits, but they leave it loaded. And
With direct flights daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
A lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us. Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
All right, bottom of the first inning, Smash It Sports scene. Mike and Worth going to bat here in the bottom of the first.
All right, here we go.
They held Resmondo scoreless in the top of the inning after walking the bases loaded. Got a fly out from Pearson, a ground outs from Wegman.
I know that was an important pitch, but it just caught the edge. So.
Buddy Wolf.
I mean, he drives that ball, you hit a grand slam there, you put it on him right there. I get it. Maybe that's why everybody's yelling my name.
Jason Branch going to lead things off for Smash It against Travis Clark, the pitcher for Resmondo. BJ Falk catching there for Resmondo. We'll set the defense from here in a minute.
Good start.
Fly balls, playable. Umshai back and makes a catch just in front of the warning track back there in the shade from the scoreboard. Defense left to right in the outfield. Brian Wegman, Mike Umshide, and Buddy Wolf. The infield left to right. Bryson Baker at third. Kevin Bazat at short. Greg Cannell in the middle. Who do we have at second today? Bubba Mack, and first base Kyle Pearson. The batter is the MVP of the league, Andy Purcell.
Yes, sir.
Clark trying to find the bottom of that strike zone.
Come on, good nibble. Come on, boy, work.
Try to keep the ball out of the air.
That was outside. We have time. We have 20.
2 balls and no strikes. They start with the 1-1 count. We're using the Stadium ZN ball.
Attaboy.
And Purcell.
We got time.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's not all right, actually. That height, if it was flatter, maybe. Not that height, though.
Let's go. Back on it.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Connie, let's go.
Grounder up the middle, playable. Cannell's got it, throws off the right foot and gets Purcell at first. Oh, and the crowd is getting on our man, Andy Purcell. Purcell thought he had a walk. He's yelling at Doc. The crowd reacts. It's going to be the offensive MVP of the league, Ryan Harvey, in the box with 2 outs. First inning of this heavyweight battle, and neither team can land a punch.
Hey, come on, let's go. Set up here. Let's go, Connie.
Ryan Harvey.
Hey, get a jump, Wags. Let's go.
All right.
First pitch from Clark. A little bit of movement, but deep.
Come on, work, boy. Work. Come on. Stay with it.
Backside's going to drift. Might have a solo homer. Wolf looks up, and it's into the parking lot. Ryan Harvey's solo homer gets Smash It Sports on the board, 1-0.
Well, I think we know today there's going to be tons and tons of emotion today, isn't there, DW?
Get 2 outs, BJ.
Yep, it's already started.
And particularly if Travis Resmondo starts chirping.
Travis is down there in the Resmondo dugout on the top step. Andrew Collins, the batter. 2 outs, bottom of the first.
There it is. You can see him right behind Andrew Collins, holding on to the rail.
All right, here we go.
Get a jump, legs!
Lindsey Schmidt got a chance to talk to him last night. Man of many words.
Come on, boys, go. Come on. Work, work.
Collins, second pitch. Swung on, backside. That might be a solo. Smashy gets on the board with a pair of 2-out solo homers. They lead 2-zip. Nick Santana, the batter.
And now stepping into the box. That'll be the fleet-footed center fielder from Longwood, Florida.
Here is Nick Santana.
Thanks. Here we go. On it, flat.
Mike Umscheid in center field over into the right center field gap defensively. Playing him to pull.
No. 20 is our count.
Santana's got a huge hole up the middle, too.
The winner of this one moves on to the final. The loser will play at 5 o'clock against the winner of our next game.
Mike.
Santana.
Full.
Called a strike.
All right. All right, go ahead.
Inside, he missed. That's a mistake. Batter's going to be Luis Reyna. I'm receiving the question, what's the home run limits here at the Major World Series? There are none.
How come I always have a lot of extra umpires the first 2 innings?
Baseball field, 335 down the left field line, 385 to the gaps, 400 to center field.
It seems like a fan favorite. If it's almost like they joked on our Facebook Live that we should pin it to the top of the page.
Yeah, everyone's used to the home run limits, but when you get to World Series time here at the major level, you can hit all you can get.
Ryan Sanders wants to know, why is Doc Beckwell always doing the Smash It games? And I'm assuming he was thinking the same main group. It does seem like Doc Beckwell obviously
all right, here we go.
Historically does the really big games. More than any year, we have seen a huge rotation of umpires. I think this is the first time that Doc has done either one of these teams in the World Series that I can think of. Does that sound about right?
Got a catch.
Yeah, this year.
This year's World Series. Yeah. There's a line out to center field.
Hey, Lee. I think the only one out here not helping the umpire is you.
Smash It, leading Resmondo 2-0.
See, I'm gonna get some here. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. How you doing? Hey.
Just because it was 3-1?
No.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
It's a lot of hard work.
We know that blood, sweat, and tears that go to the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free with their team's travel with us. Come on, fine. Save time, save money. Fly with air travel.
Back here on top of the second burn.
They grouped them all together in between innings. The good news we have is that probably a lot of the faithful would have liked for us to just skip the commercial break and listen into all the chatter. If only we knew.
Yeah, there's some good chatter. Brett Helmer and Jason Kendrick trying to intimidate our home plate umpire, Doc Beckwell. Don DiDonatis Jr. with a nice play at short to start it off. Resmondo still looking for their first hit of the World Series.
So you want me to admit that I called it foul, but it was actually fair? Okay. Maybe I'll
Listen
give
to
you
Chuck
one.
Beckwell mic'd up behind home plate talking
But the
to
other
Ryan
one's a
Harvey.
strike.
As Mike Gumscheid is the batter.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I got you. This is a give and take. Win-win, right?
Weird to see
Here we go.
this Resmondo team without a hit.
There's a
Wow!
We got an out!
Another catch! Dennis Ruley, the Hall of Famer, lays out to make the play. Unbelievable.
You see both
Dennis
Tony and
Ruley
Jason?
at 50 years
They're like
old laying
stoic.
out
And I'm looking at
between
him.
second base and
Yeah, I got
middle
you.
infielder and
They both at
stabbed
the
the
same
line
time. I think
drive.
they're
We'll
like
see if we get the
mechanical.
replay. One of the better line drive snags. I was ready to already say it was Resmondo's first hit, and he stole it. Smash it, flash in the leather.
All right.
Bazat the batter.
Right.
Takes strike one. There's your diet. Look at that. Dennis Ruley still
101.
making great plays at the age of 50. Line smash by Bazat. Actually got under a little too much. Collins makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Resmondo puts up another
Hey, Jim,
0.
how you doing?
We go to the bottom of
Grandma?
the second.
Thought they were going to score 100 today, DW. It's just 2-0.
In order here in the second as Bazat flies out.
We wanted to talk about the strike zone.
We will now go to the bottom half and 2 up. It'll be
They just wanted to talk about
Ruley,
the height and
Donato.
changing next year. I think that's what they wanted to talk about.
A lot of discussion after that first inning about the strike zone. I think Doc on the dish for the first time in a big game this weekend, and he called a perfect first inning.
You get a water out
Somehow
of that.
both teams trying to intimidate him.
Oh, is that my water?
He's been there. He's been a part
He's
of this.
been there and done that, but I don't know what the teams are looking at. See,
On the
Warren,
17, this is my 9th World Series here at Champion Stadium. I got to tell you, I
didn't
think
give me
that
hope
it used
that
to be a
half
whole
inning.
lot worse. Maybe I just have some bad memories, but the first
Right.
couple of years, I thought that we would have like some all-out fisticuff fights.
yeah,
Right, here we go.
I mean, some of that comes with the middle wars. You know, we had a middle war last night where Dan Smith hit Andy Purcell a couple of times.
now, D. Let's go.
Brandon Dillon going to lead things off for Smash It Scene. Bottom of the
This is a
second.
really, really good looking stadium. It's going to be kind of sad to leave it.
Like last
The
night,
atmosphere is awesome.
but we talked to Helmer.
Yeah, you just can't go wrong with Disney, can you? Unless, of course, you don't like the price tag.
He wanted to bring the wall with him.
Come on, B. Let's go.
The wall. It
You
is
could
a
build another
scenic
Helmer's
place.
wall, right?
It's got a lot of nice stuff to hit the ball over.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, here we go.
Good start. Hanging wag.
Dillon's going to fly out to left for out number 1.
We got it out.
Talking
Space
over
Coast
at
Stadium is where it's going to new World Series will be.
Space Coast Stadium, we were talking about at lunch. You know, we're going to have the
You got
big
your rules.
scoreboard to hit over in left field.
Yep.
We got the batter's eye in center. We need something in the right.
Well, the good news, I guess, you still will have that batting cage in right field, so maybe that'll visually give you, man, he hit it halfway down the batting cage, because there's kind of a walkway, and then the cage is further out, so that'll give us a little bit of distance out there to right field.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we could put up some team or advertiser banner.
On it.
We
Or
could.
something.
Back and play.
Maybe get Matt O'Hara's big mug on out in right field, as long as he
Glove,
pays
glove.
for the advertising. SoftballCenter.com banner.
SoftballCenter.com banner. Dennis Ruley, the middleman, Cannell, cheated middle, and Ruley hit it right between short and middle for a double.
I'd like to see that hustle.
Ruley came to play.
That
Great
was a
defensive play and a double.
incredible snatch. Here's Junior.
So Dennis now with 8 hits in the World Series. The 1-out double brings to the plate the Hall of Famer, the shortstop.
But all those words, the cliches that they use in sports, the revenge, especially if at the end of the season you're traded to another franchise. Basically half this team was abandoned by sponsor Travis Resmondo. Thought that the grass was greener on the other side with the team that had won the men's major World Series, and then they picked up, you know, some of the big cogs from the current Resmondo team.
Yep. But Smash It filled those holes with some young players, and
they've been on a tear this year.
Yeah,
it's
nice
almost
job.
like they lived the year thinking about winning this tournament.
We have time!
With the RBI double, it's going to make it 3-0.
he did not just in ahead of the tag at second, and maybe a little bit of a range difference between Rulli and Bubba Mack, as Bubba Mack couldn't get to that one, whereas Rulli had that diving catch last inning. Junior with a nice slide to avoid the tag. That's a run across. One run here for Sissine. They lead 3-0.
Here you go.
Corey Briggs, the last batter in the lineup. They went with a 10-man lineup. One hop to Cannell, throws to first for the out.
We have time.
2 down.
Get to.
Briggs bangs that one up the middle, but Cannell up to the task, fires the first one out.
That was good placement by Greg Cannell right there up the middle.
For the first baseman.
Ball hit right at him, so Resmondo can make the plays right at him. The question is, can they make those type of plays that Smash It made in the second when Rulli made that diving catch? Top of the order, Jason Branch with a runner on third.
And this is a big spot.
We have time.
It's between Branch and Purcell and Harvey.
Right.
Good pitch. Come on.
A lot can change here.
He's 36. Yeah, they got Branch's wrong number on the scoreboard. Smashed it in the right center gap for an RBI double. So three doubles in the inning for Smash It Scene.
Yeah, we talked last night about the golden era of Rachel Goosens. I think the numbers were always right on the video board.
Yeah, yours was not
when
fast at
Rachel
all.
Goosens did the video board.
I get where you got it.
Messages. That's why it's the golden era, right? It's a double for Branch. Here's Andy Purcell.
Got the new facility. You might be able to bring her back, Bern.
I hear you. Got a spot for her.
Andy Purcell was upset. He thought he had a walk the first time up. He ended
Okay,
up
here we go.
making an out. He's going to bat here with 2 outs and a runner on second. 4-0 lead. Grounder to the middleman Cannell. Scoops, throws, and gets Purcell at first. That's the end of the second inning. Smash It Scene scored 2 runs in both innings. They lead 4-0 and lead in the hits department 5-0.
And Purcell bangs that one up the middle, but it's fielded by Cannell, fires the first. So we play 2, and it's a 4-0 game. Coming back for Resmondo, it'll be Folk, Baker, and Pearson.
I have.
You have too many. Are you do swinging that? Hey, listen. They're really nice shoes. Do they sell them in the men's section too?
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
We are back.
Okay, here we go.
At the USSSA Men's Major World Series.
Set the defense here for you for Smash It.
Little
We've already in
defensive
the
struggle
third
here.
inning. Left field is Brandon Dillon. Center field way over in right center is Nick Santana.
I'd say
and
you're
way over on
throwing
the
a
right
glove
field
at him,
line
but you're about the only one
is
doing a
Andrew
gloving here.
Collins. And the infield, third base, Corey Briggs.
defensive
Shortstop, Don DiDonatis Jr. The middleman is Louis Reyna. Second base,
Pitch
Dennis
counter
Rulli.
down.
First
I think
base.
they're going to make it the whole way.
Looks like Eric Canopy.
They got to
Or
finally.
Branch. That's Jason Branch.
On it, down.
Finally get things going offensively here in the
He's
third
got,
inning.
he's got a no-hitter going.
Mike!
No hitter through 2.
1-1.
No-hitter.
We do have time.
That'd be one for the record books if it finished out that way, right?
Right. I noticed Helmer wasn't in the lineup. So I think they've gone
Yes,
to
sir.
a 10-man lineup as well.
Give me one.
Falk taking a bunch of pitches here. Payoff.
All right, go ahead.
Pitch, walked him. Fourth walk of the game for Resmondo. Gonna roll the top here with no outs. Bryson Baker, the bat. Here's the lineups have been delivered. Both teams going with a
I see
10-man
they have a
lineup.
men's tag on them.
Helmer, of course, will be a pinch hitter off the bench before this one's over.
Okay, here we go.
See the movement. Some good movement, but it's just flat
that's
on
flat.
the pitch.
The wind howling a little bit more into the right field corner now.
Yep.
Come on now.
As Bryson Baker's at the plate.
One.
Baker, like that one, hammers it. Just over the 335. Two-run homer for Baker gets Resmondo on the board in the third. They trail 4-2.
It'll bring up Kyle Pearson.
That is a big swing there for Bryson Baker.
First hit of the game, Byrne.
And a big one.
For Resmondo. Kyle Pearson won the home run derby the other night. Knocking off Neil Haglund and Jeremy Yates.
Short and in.
Pearson 0 for 1, line drive.
Oh!
Just foul.
Talking about last night, we got a 6-man umpire crew today.
Right, all conference umpires, one down the left field line, one down the right field line.
Whichever way you say it.
But all the home runs that get hit, I think that's a helpful
Pair of
thing.
ones.
Yeah, get another pair of eyeballs on these foul ball or fair ball homers.
So after the foul ball, Kyle Pearson back into the box.
Give me a good one.
All right.
That's in the gap, tailing back to Santana, up against the wall. Pearson strolls in a second with a double.
Yeah, that one really floated out there, didn't it?
Had a nice tail on it.
And Kyle Pearson doubles to the wall in left center field. So now the tying run is at the plate. And stepping in, it'll be the middle infielder, number 7. The 2013 World Series MVP.
Yes, sir.
Time All-World Team member.
No, just inside.
Purcell still trying to nibble on the corners. That one's hit deep to right. Back to the fence goes Collins, and it's in the parking lot. Cannell with a 2-run homers tied the game at 4.
And it is now a 4-4.
And that's what makes it even scarier. This is kind of that low-scoring game early on, DW, where as you take another look at this one,
Ohio, Brian Wegman.
it's not a baseball game. You're up 4-0. You're not feeling comfortable because you know that the beginning has got to be coming somewhat soon, right?
Right. Both these teams have had a few double-digit innings in the tournament.
That's inside. That's outside.
Big hole up the middle here behind Purcell.
Mike! We have time.
Full count to Wegman.
Here you go.
They are loaded up and they are launching him now.
Himself a great World Series.
Wegman with a double.
We have time.
And I guess the scary thing, if you're Smash
I'm not
it.
sure what else I could have called that third pitch.
As Resmondo kind of weathered the storm, a really rough start.
You've given me no option.
Number 8.
Yeah, Smash It did not take advantage of the 2 zeros that Resmondo put up in the first 2 innings. And now we're tied up. Travis Clark with the superstar walk-up music. That's like 3-4 years in a row for him.
All right. Yeah.
Push, push.
That's maybe deeper than it looked like it was going to be. Gone. Travis Clark gives him the lead. 3 2-run homers here by Resmondo in the inning. They lead 6-4.
Home run for Travis. That is his 5th home run of this World Series. And he stakes
I love the
Resmondo
personalities.
their first lead. It's 6-4. And now into the box, the right fielder, Buddy Wolf.
Here you go.
Buddy Wolf with a no-doubter.
And that ball is out of here.
You want a home run? You want a home run? You want a home run?
7-4.
They got him.
Still nobody out. And
Resmondo's come alive here in this 3rd inning. 7 runs across on 4 homers.
Built in Florida, Bubba Mack.
Yep.
Forcing
There's
Purcell to put
nobody
it
out,
over
too.
the plate. Yep.
And be inside.
It's drifting foul.
Foul ball. 1-1.
Well, you knew you were going to see some offense before the day was done.
Yeah. Resmondo, we saw the team totals. They would be leading in home runs. Well hit to center. Santana on the run, over his head, up against the wall. Bubba in with a double.
And
we have time.
Double the right center field for Bubba Mack. So
I'll take both.
Time through the order, Resmondo is down
Thank you.
6. That is now
Mike Gumshad coming up. BJ Falk and
now into the box. The center
Kevin
fielder,
Bazat
number
warming
21,
up.
Mike Gumshad.
I mean, the hard thing for Andy Purcell is still the GOAT, the greatest of all time. But if there are any hitters that have seen a lot of Andy Purcell over the years, it's this group here, just because they face off against one another with such frequency.
We have time.
Right. Gonna have a delay here by one of the managers, Jason
They're
Kendrick.
cooling off, I guess.
Try to
7 in a row.
I can't get no cooler.
stem the flow here of runs. 7 runs on 7 hits in the 3rd.
Admitting is the first step.
Kendrick was talking with Lindsay last night about kind of the respect he has moving from a player now to a coach.
Kendrick's one of the best at putting together the talent. He really may be the best
so that's
talent
one conference.
evaluator
If you have to do anything else, just come to me, all right?
in the country.
Yeah.
As far as slow
Well,
pitch
that's fine.
softball.
Yeah, but if you need to change or something, you're not going to. But if you want something, just come to me this half inning. Hey, you got
Of course,
nobody.
the umpires do a good job of communicating. Everybody knows the rules that Kendrick can't go back out there and have a conference again.
Right, you go out the second time the pitcher's done for the game. Umshide, no outs. 7 runs across with no outs.
Did it cool off Umshide? It did. It worked.
Got a catch.
Amazing how often that works.
It does
Really,
work quite often.
We have time.
He did
You
hit
have
it
one.
235 feet on a line, but he is out.
And we didn't see John Rector come out. Has it been the story of the season that you've seen Kendrick go out more than Rector?
I would say it's about 50-50.
You've got it.
The awards banquet, we gave it to Rector.
Right.
He got the award, so who knows who's calling the shots over there. Maybe it's a pitcher.
Steve Robinson mentioned that I did the no-no. I mentioned on air that there was a no-hitter through 2, and I jinxed it.
That's a catch.
Yep. That's what the case was?
Yeah,
Andy would have went the entire way?
I think it's slow pitch.
Get a run right here.
Yeah, you got some highly awarded players playing for Resmondo. They're not going to go hitless.
It's not flying out to right field. Buddy Wolf retires the last 2 outs.
The big guy from King, North Carolina, number 87, B.J. Falk.
B.J. Falk, former teammate of the majority of this group on Resmondo.
All right.
You don't envy the choice that these players had, playing with their teammates that they've had for years, or playing with the sponsor that they've had for years. B.J. Falk missed that one. It didn't seem like he hit it all the way, and Buddy Wolf is going to get him at the fence.
Andrew Collins.
Andrew Collins.
See if we get a replay on that. I think it would have been a home run.
Goody, what's up? No, be undressing in front of me here. Stop.
Here's your replay. Falk got it up there thinking the wind would do the rest of the work. The ball came down right at the fence. Collins timed it and makes a nice catch. 2 hands on the catch.
Oh my lord!
Resmondo got 8 runs on 7 hits in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Smash it scene coming up.
Live up there.
In Hawaii?
Oahu, yeah. So their families.
Three experiences to have in one trip. Go Titusville.com.
Less than 1 year later, here we are. And we've been very busy in believing in this project, giving this association the new chapter. Now this is the final stop for at least the next 20 years.
We are back here at Champion Stadium, ESPN Wide World of Sports. A full day of softball coming your way. The good news is the second screen is available. I know that there's obviously a lot of faithful tuning into college football. What's the biggest matchup you're looking forward to on the college football side?
Let it go.
We were talking about that earlier. There aren't as many good college games this week for some reason.
I needed a broom at.
I know our Buckeyes are winning 44-7. I can't follow college football until the softball season ends in 2 weeks. Then I start watching.
You guys aren't country boys, are you?
Ryan Harvey going to lead things off for Smash It Scene. They trail 8-4 after Resmondo put up 8 runs in the third. Wind blowing out to right. Some of the hitters trying to take advantage of that. Resmondo came up just short at the end of that third inning to right field. Harvey starts with a base hit.
A leadoff single for Harvey. He is now 2 out of 2.
The star of the next decade over there at first.
Number 3, Andrew Collins.
And you think that from a marketing side, that the ZZ Top Beard really helps him out, right?
Right. The size of Harvey, the beard, just the full look he has kind of lends itself to marketing for slow pitch.
Chopping trees by day, chopping home runs by night.
Paul Bunyan type. He's actually in his mid-30s, I believe. Not quite as he spent 10 years in minor league baseball.
Andrew Collins, base it back up the middle. We'll see how Smash It responds to trailing for the first time in this winner's bracket.
We have time.
Winner moves on to 7 o'clock. Loser plays at 5. But
again, the plate, Nick.
Obviously, because these two teams both have their sights set win, lose, or draw, being back in that 7 o'clock game. But it's a real big step. If you think about this as a 3-game series to take game number 1.
Yeah, then you get the rest, and you don't have to win 3 games in a row. Losers can have to win
grab the gloves right here, please.
5, 7, and 9. Collins with a nice piece of hitting over the pitcher's head and in between the infielders. Runners on the corner. Santana. The batter. No outs.
What was that?
Santana got it. If it's fair, it's gone.
There you go. We're foul.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. They have 3 umpires looking at the line, so I don't think we're going to be missing calls on fair foul.
I had foul. He had foul. Everybody had foul.
I had foul.
Andy Purcell didn't like the call. We didn't get a real good look at it on the replay.
Here we go.
It's a tough angle from where we're up behind home plate in the second deck.
That ball is fair, and it hooks into the corner.
And that's going to be an RBI.
Collins hustling around.
2 RBI triple.
Throw home, and Santana scores 2 on a triple.
I got you.
It takes some guts to hit it down the line with 2 strikes like that.
Hold on, now, hold on. I'll come over and talk to you.
10 feet fair.
Florida, Luis Reyna.
Santana with a 2-run triple.
Okay, so any home run, it's a dead ball.
Okay.
So no matter what he does, fair or foul, call it.
Right.
It's not going to change what I'm looking at unless I don't understand. No. It's okay, right?
Yeah, Kendrick now arguing with Purcell because he doesn't want Purcell to go out there and get tossed.
Yeah, because actually, I don't think at any other sport you're having someone come out to talk things over. Maybe the exception is in a sport like soccer, you designate a captain that would have the chance to go out and talk to the head official.
Right, normally the umpires here would just talk to the manager.
Come on, boy. Work.
Here we go.
Luis Reyna, no outs, runner on third.
Mike.
8-6, Resmondo lead, bottom of the third inning.
Set up. 3.
BJ Folk wanted strike 3, might have been flat. Popped him up. Long run for Umshide. He's got it. He's got a shot at the plate.
Santana's trying to score.
And Santana holds up.
That was the right call by
We have
Santana.
time.
Yep. As fast as Santana is, that was just not deep enough. And there's only 1 out, so he should score on the next hit.
On that, I'll stay here because nothing's happening there.
Brandon Dillon.
Once he goes, come this way though. Yeah.
Here's Brandon Dillon. Drew Wiley watching the game. Sounds like he wants a chance to move from baseball and compete with these players. I don't think that a lot of people watching at home have an idea of how athletic these individuals are. You saw the snatch by Ruley a couple innings ago.
Here we go.
These guys can hit it. They're in great shape. If I had any problems and I needed to go somewhere with a crew that would help protect me, I could feel pretty comfortable with bringing any of these guys here.
Right.
You got time.
So slow pitch players at this level, pretty big guys. They all have a baseball background of some sort, but anybody can play slow pitch. You can find a local league team and then work your way onto a tournament team. The number one thing you have to do is, if you have the talent, is learn the strike zone. Even though
here we go.
The pitch is only coming in at maybe 22 miles per hour, you still have to know the strike zone, because when you don't hit a strike, you tend to line it right at an infielder or an outfielder.
We have time.
If you hit a strike, you can place it so that it's
stay right here.
The goal here is a 700 on-base percentage, as opposed to baseball where you're
through the cylinder of the
trying
plate,
to get a 300
he reaches
average.
into the cylinder of the plate. I can call a ball or award him first. I'm going with the ball.
You tell him, or can I tell him?
I'll tell him.
Okay, thank you.
Still, the balls and strikes, Burn.
Yep. Don't reach into the cylinder of the plate to catch the ball. Okay.
That makes sense. Travis wants his catcher to let the ball go through the cylinder of the strike zone.
Here we go.
Before he catches it.
That's deep.
Like that time.
You got time.
Dennis Ruley all-time hits leader in World Series history.
I think he was, what, a 301 last night?
I think he's up to 303 or 4 now.
We have time.
He's got 1 hit this game.
It's right on it.
Resmondo needs some defense here to prevent Smash It from gaining the lead.
Here we go.
3 runs across for Smash It in the inning. Ruley walks.
And the base on balls for Dennis Ruley. So now 2 on.
Okay, so that ball right there,
shortstop Don DiDonato.
that clears the foul line, clears the plate, touches the plate, and it's high enough. It looks ugly, but it's still a strike.
DiDonato the batter. 2 runners on, 1 out.
Got to make sure 1. You're not going to get 2.
And the
Here's
outfield,
Junior.
right fielder's back at his normal position. The other 2 left in center field, way in on Junior here.
Here we go.
Come on, boy.
Swung on hard down the right field line.
Foul!
Foul, just foul.
Rifled down the right field line, but at the last minute that one drifts foul for the Hall of Famer DiDonato. We'll have 1 strike left to work with.
Here's a win.
Talking about on Facebook Live, Jason wanted to know why Doc Beckwell explains every strike he calls. Maybe just because this game obviously a little bit different than the game of baseball where there's a specific strike zone.
Plus, he's mic'd up. Maybe he wants people at home to know exactly what he's
seeing,
thinking, and seeing, and that giving that information to the pitchers and the catchers.
Well, give me a good pitch. Back down.
1-1.
Basie. Connie.
Bouncer up the middle, playable. Cannell's got it. Throws to Bazak, cover.
We have time.
Fielder's choice. Runners on the corners. 1 out or 2 out.
Obviously, well, a lot of these, all of these players are sponsored by bat companies.
You after half inning. I want to talk.
They all have day jobs. Doc Beckwell is a dentist by trade during the week up in the Detroit area.
Right, he's got a couple of practices up there.
Sounds like Doc Beckwell is going to have a talk in between innings, so we'll stay here so we can eavesdrop.
Okay, we got 2 down. Here we go.
I have a feeling they're going to talk about the strike zone once again.
Play.
Corey Briggs. Nice swing up the middle. Base hit. Scores a run.
And that rolls the line
we have time.
Over back to the top to Branch.
And we are tied up at 8.
Tied at 8. It feels like now with these top of the order coming that Resmondo's going to have to make a few great plays, and they're not known for doing that.
Let's go.
Bazat being their best player defensively at short.
I think that's what you felt like is that the big X factor going into this game very well could be the defense that favored the Smash It side.
All right, here we go.
Similar power-wise, but would you give the nod power-wise to Resmondo?
Resmondo would get the power
let's go.
advantage. The only question is they're going against Purcell, who doesn't give up a lot of home runs. So the best home run team against the best pitcher, who wins that battle is the question. That's hitting a no man's land.
That is going to be perfectly placed. It's going to score 2.
We have time.
It goes over the wall as a ground rule double. And that benefits Resmondo because if not, that would have been a triple.
Here you go, BJ.
So Briggs will have to retreat to third. DiDonato in to score the go-ahead run, so it's 9-8. 9-8. Briggs will go back to third. Branch at second, and now into the box. The Hall of Famer, the pitcher, number 19, Andy Purcell.
Here's Andy Purcell. Talked about it last night. This is a team that was kind of built, if you can imagine, I don't know if you're into fantasy sports, but imagine,
right, here we go.
You go through about 5 rounds of fantasy and then you're able to pick up a couple players because the chips had really already fallen for next year by the time that Andy Purcell had found out that he was left out.
Right.
And I mean, if you like sports, I mean, I can't imagine Michael Jordan, no matter where he is in his game, being left out that late in the season.
Right.
Think that was a mistake?
It's a little different in this sport. We don't have the representatives of the players always thinking about next year and signing long-term deals, etc. So when Resmondo pulled his sponsorship from the Purcell Group and went over to the Helmer Group, it left Jason Kendrick, Andy Purcell, Don DiDonatis scrambling a little bit. But they ended up putting together the #1 team anyways. And now they got a 12-8 lead.
Well, they answer back with 7 here in the third after Resmondo scored 8 in the top.
Attaboy.
And let me tell you, they're not done. Harvey at the plate.
Maybe time for a pitching change. Got Dan Sanchez on the bench. Give him a little different look, maybe.
And he saw Clark kind of wave Helmer out.
Here comes Helmer to try to stop the momentum.
Oh, Kenny, this is a lot of fun, isn't it?
8 runs in the top of the inning. Smash it, come back with 7 in the bottom.
For me, Kenny.
Yeah, let's listen in as Doc Beckwell goes out. Eavesdrop a little.
Let it fly. Doc hasn't actually fucked us too bad on this one.
Yeah, that's okay.
You gotta go after.
Hi, Mom.
All right.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey,
Knock it off.
Let's go. Get another out.
Okay.
Hi, Bryson.
You got 2 outs. So what? That's a conference.
On the top?
Oh, no, you were good. No, absolutely, you're fine. It's Travis. If Travis throws a pitch, I'm sorry, BJ. BJ catches that ball inside the cylinder.
That's a strike if he lets it land, right? Or it's cold. You can't see
I could see it cutting through, but because he puts his hand into the cylinder, that negates everything. I mean, you can award first base, and that's a silly thing to do.
Okay.
You just take a ball and that's it.
All right, well, I'll tell him. Thank you.
All right.
I guess he's saying if BJ Falk or a catcher catches it before the ball fully goes through the cylinder of the strike zone, it's an automatic ball. I think that's what he's saying.
I'd like to say hello to Ira Scott. Thanks so much for your kind comments about our coverage this week. Got a great crew. DW obviously follows these guys all year long. Andrew Collins there. And Travis Resmondo, usually up on the side rail, is down in the dugout watching this one right now.
He's finding some shade, although we have overcast skies for the moment.
Andrew Collins, gone.
These right-hand hitters have learned that if you get the ball up in the air, hard to right field, the wind will do the rest of the work.
In the World Series.
Collins having quite a World Series.
Out of the 13 and stepping into the box of the center fielder,
Crushing it.
Nick Santana.
All right.
Here's Santana sporting the shades. You look good, you play good.
Dirty Sportswear does the uniforms for Smash It.
They had some style on opening night with the old yellow and kind of the high socks. Remember that?
Yep. Some people liked it. Most people didn't. They also have the all-purple look.
Number 2 and 3 were.
Now into the box, it'll be the middle infielder, number 22, Luis Reyna.
Still 2 outs.
Yeah.
Smash It Scene having a huge second inning with 10 runs.
Reyna is a longtime part of the Laser Vision Helmer Group.
All right, here we go.
We knew right away he was one of the top defensive prospects and probably one of the big players that this current Resmondo team is missing on the infield to really shore things up.
Right, they don't have the defense. Reyna and DiDonatis were co-defensive MVPs of the league this year, and for good reason. We have not seen any spectacular plays out of Resmondo today.
I get this last one. Let's go.
We had the Beard versus the Mohawk in the home run derby, and actually Dylan was there to pull the upset. He's at the plate here with 2 outs. The 2 teammates going against one another.
Work, boy. Come on, come on. Work.
I don't think that on paper a whole lot of people that would be gambling on that in Vegas would have went the way of Dylan.
Come on.
Yep, a little bit of a surprise. He's one of their leading home run hitters. He actually batted 3rd all season long. Just moved down recently as they moved Harvey up the order.
All right.
Come on, boy. Work. Good pitch.
Good piece of hitting.
Line to right. Dylan with a hit.
We have time.
And the wheel continues. And a lot of this happening with 2 outs.
All right, here we go. I got you, Sil.
Tyson Thompson watching here in Jacksonville. Said he can't stand it anymore. He wants to leave Jacksonville and come on down and watch the finals. I got to tell you, good news. It's 2 o'clock. I think probably about probably a good full 3 hours, I think, in Jacksonville.
There you go.
Could be in plenty of time. Actually, you're going to get a chance to see one of these teams play in the losers bracket final. You're going to get to see the championship game, and if history has anything to say about it, my assumption is we'll probably see an if game as well, as we see a ground out by Ruley back to the pitcher and Clark over to first. Ends what was a very productive 3rd inning. 11 runs on the board for Smash It Scene. 15-8 our score.
But in the inning, Smash It hits 11 runs. They get those 11.
With Direct Points Daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
A lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us.
That's all right. Come on. It's fine.
Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
There you go, a 1 on the board in the 3rd inning because they just don't have all the space that we have on our board. To tell you that that 1 is truly an 11. A huge answer by Smash It Sports in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leading 15-8 here.
All right, play ball. Inside and zoom. Yeah.
So Andy Purcell back on the bump with a lead.
That one's flat and on it.
Push, push.
Bryson Baker. Wow, that's a rare ball that scoots through. Typically that one is going to be caught.
So Bryson Baker gets things started with the double here in the top of the 4th.
So a double by Baker.
Into the box, the 2016 World Series MVP, the first baseman.
Hey, good job the other night.
Sigo DW is going to be back. You're talking about how much money the sponsors put into the conference.
Here we go. No.
Kyle Pearson at the plate.
Not only that, it was hard.
Give me one, give me one. Good.
Mike!
Pearson takes a called strike. It's ball turning foul, and a foul out
First one's
for
too
Kyle
fast.
Pearson. You can hear Andy Purcell chirping.
One away as Pearson hits a foul ball on the final strike, and now into the box, the middle infielder, the man from Moultrie, number 7, Greg Cannell.
Greg Cannell.
Here we go.
He coined the phrase, chicks
Outside.
dig the long ball. See if they're
Inside.
digging what he's hitting here in the 4th inning.
On it.
He'll take a walk. Runners at first and second, and is one away.
Balls for Greg Cannell, so 2 on and 1 out for the cleanup hitter. Number 12, from Hamilton, Ohio, Brian Wegman. Brian, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs so far this series.
Brian Wegman, the batter here in the top of the 4th inning. That ball, wow, it knuckled right down for Wegman.
Save!
Throw home, and Baker is safe.
Wegman and RBI.
We have time.
Baker comes in to score.
And that works.
It's 15-9, 2 on and 1 out.
That ball really just dove at the end of the hit. Take a look at this. It really looked like it was going to hold up for Dillon, and then boom, all at the last moment caved.
All right, here we go. I still have you. All right. Mike.
No.
You got time. All right, here we go.
Unfairly delivered.
101.
Clark. Base hit out to center field. That's going to bring in another run, and it is
RBI double for Travis Clark.
down to a 5-run deficit here in the 4th inning.
Wegman to third, 2 on, still just 1 out. And now an opportunity for the right fielder, Buddy Wolf. Buddy a solo run.
What inning is this? Is this like the 5th inning or something? Because the umpires are back. No, it's the 4th. Every even inning? Okay.
Doc Beckwell talking to Ryan Harvey. Joking around during this winner's bracket final. This is Buddy Wolf.
We have time.
First pitch is short. Jason Kendrick.
We got a ball, and we have time.
Not to talk things over again.
Yeah.
Gotta get.
That's a ball. Hey. It was going to be a ball anyway.
And the Hall of Famer Jason Kendrick out for a conference on the mound.
Right. If you call time in the middle of the pitch like that, you're getting a ball. Okay, so you got one conference. If you need anything else, come to me this half inning, okay?
We might have found ourselves here in the 4th inning getting too caught up in the balls and the strikes.
You got it.
There is
1-0 count.
Travis Resmondo watching, waiting, hoping that he can celebrate tail number 11.
Mike! We have time.
Wolf completely missed that one. Infield fly essentially. An easy play. Branch will take it for round
I
number
did
2.
not change the zone. He actually changed where he's throwing it.
Now 2 outs and stepping into the box. It'll be the second baseman, number 25.
Guys, get the gloves off the railing, please.
Florida, Bubba Mack.
Rosales. Gloves.
Bubba Mack, the third.
Yes, sir.
That one scoots through for Bubba Mack. And that's a big piece of hitting, the fact that it got under
the
glove.
Come on, boy. You drive. You drive.
That's a 2-run single for Bubba Mack coming into the score.
Am I the only one out here that recognizes the fact that he has changed his delivery and changed his pitch?
Mike Upshy.
Who does that in hardball? In Major League Baseball, anybody do that?
No. They might change arm angles, but they won't change where they're at on the rubber.
I mean, it's like, it's totally different now. Yeah, I got you.
Well, I know one thing, that if I want to figure out how to Dougie, I'm assuming Mike Umchai could help me out.
On it.
Is that flat or no?
Oh, that was going to be flat. It's going to be short.
And I got to assume that if he knows how to Dougie, all the girls love him.
Here we go.
Umchai through the right side. Another base hit.
We have time.
Runners hit the corners with 2 outs. And now it's the shortstop, Kevin Mizan.
You jerk. Yeah. That's what I called him too.
So an answer of 4 here in the 4th. For Resmondo, they're within 3. Kevin Bazat floats it out to left field.
We have time. You know, for a second, I thought I liked you, but I don't. Exactly. Try to hit me with the bat.
And now BJ Falk has the chance to rekindle the lead.
Keep working, keep working.
For Resi.
All right, here we go. Play.
Make it move. Let's go.
That's an out.
On a line, right to first. Jason Branch grabs it, snags it, makes the play to end the inning.
They get 5 runs on 6 base and 2 will go to the bottom of the 4th. Master will come to bat with the 2-run lead and 2 off. DiDonatis, Briggs, and Branch.
15-13, smash it on top.
With Direct Points Daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
A lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us.
That's all right, come on, it's fine.
Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
The flags are flying high out there in left field. That's why our logo you see in the upper right-hand corner, created by the great Rachel Goosens, 9 years ago, has those flags.
Right on it, KP, let's go.
A symbol of when you are here at Champion Stadium. This is the site of the biggest tournament of the year, the Men's Major World Series. DiDonatis
Off again, off more.
He is going to lead things off. Grounds it to third. Bryson Baker cannot make the play.
We have time.
So credit DiDonatis with the infield single. That one fielded deep in the hole, but no chance to get him. So the leadoff man aboard for the third baseman, number 6, Corey Briggs.
Here we go.
Work. Come at you and Connie here. Let's go. Hey, boy.
Corey Briggs right back up the middle for a base hit.
Let's go. Drive the shit out of this.
We have time.
So 2 aboard. DiDonatis motoring to third, and now we go to the top of the order for Jason Brand. Jason's 2 out of 3 in the game.
Drive it! Give me a ground ball, roll it here. Let's go. Go hard. Drive the shit. Right up your head, Connie, last time.
Here we go.
Come on, boy, work. Good start.
Oh, wow. DiDonatis in to score.
We have time.
Single for Jason Brand. Coming into the score is DiDonatis runners at the corners. And now stepping into the box, it'll be the Hall of Famer, number 19, Andy Purcell.
Took a bad hop.
Give me another good pitch. Let's go. All right.
Here we go.
Andy Purcell down the line. Briggs is going to score. Purcell on his way to second. Branch will hold it to third.
Double for Andy Purcell. Briggs in to score. Branch to third. 2 on, still nobody out, and now stepping into the box. It'll be the catcher, number 35, playing out of Palm Harbor, Florida, Ryan Harvey.
Smash was the regular season champions. On Facebook Live talking about Scott Kirby is with this Resmondo side. Here's Harvey. Takes a call strike inside.
Yep. Go.
No.
Harvey, no doubt.
Ryan Harvey's got 6 home runs in this World Series.
That's on Nick.
3-run shot that'll make it a 5-run inning. It's 20-13.
Thank you.
The base is clear to the right fielder, Andrew Collins. Andrew already 3 out of 3 in the ball.
7-run advantage. The Beard can hit it a long way.
Here we go.
Come on, Gamer. Work, boys, go.
Andrew Collins. He loved it.
Yeah, you got it.
And They didn't watch our Twitter video last night. Don't park in right field.
It's now a 21-14 game.
Resmondo in a little trouble because Smash It is blowing up here in the 4th inning. Nobody out, 5 in.
Okay. It's unfairly delivered, 1-1. It's too big. Here we go.
Nick Santana.
And that ball is out of here.
Here you go.
So 3 in a row for
Hold on to him. Hold on. Whoa.
That'll make it 22-13. Still nobody out for the win.
All right, now you can give him to me.
They are unlimited.
He's going to get 2 pitches.
So I'll bring Dirty. We'll go in BJ's spot.
Okay.
Clark will catch. I'm only batting 10.
Okay. Yeah. When we can call the high ones, we'll call the high ones, and I mean that's all I can do for you.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we've always talked about it, but it's critical that becomes a strike because we all know it is, and I understand that we can't call it now because we haven't called it all year. I get it, but we need to make sure that goes in. That's important.
Yeah, part of our training in the early part of the year for the conference is going to be that.
That's good.
Okay, it's going to be wide and open, allow the pitchers to get strikes, and we're just going to call strikes, and it's going to be ugly for those individuals that don't like it.
Time, but it is what it is. 10 feet's 10 feet.
And we'll get used to it, and that's all it is. Okay.
So Dirty's on the pitch.
All right, here we go.
So Dan Sanchez is your new pitcher. Sanchez, the new pitcher. Moving behind the plate is...
Who's he in here for?
Travis Clark. Will be back to the second
BJ? BJ.
Travis Clark going behind home plate.
So Sanchez will
to catch.
There's a drum ball. I'm running that way. I don't run you over.
Okay. All right.
Raina's going to lead things off.
Here we go.
And Raina with a base hit.
Got time. Wait.
And Raina,
I know it's not going to make you feel any better, but all the pitches that you've thrown today, we're going to use those in training the umpires next year, and we are going to open up the zone. We have to open up the zone for you guys.
I know.
But you know, as batters, you have to accept that zone too.
Trust me, I will be all about accepting that. You know whose zone you should really look at? Is Slim's, because he gives a little bit on the corner too, and he gives that high one.
Briggs. Here we go.
Brandon Dillon, the batter. And Dillon to right field. That one is hauled in and caught.
We have time.
Yeah,
you got it.
That's the first out here in the 4th inning after the first 7 have scored for Smash It.
Travis, the one that we really want, we want the deep one.
What was that?
We want to call the deep one.
Okay. What about the high one?
So we want, it'll be, the high one will be deep, but it'll bring everybody back here too. All right. Like that pitch right there.
Just deep.
Nice.
We got a
Very
catch.
nice.
So that
2
pitch right
catches
there,
out in right field.
we call that pitch. He's going to have to move back. We did pictures, probably 50 pictures of people out of the boxes, and it's because we're not allowing to.
So little.
Yeah. Yep. Because you can stand where you want.
Right, exactly. Well, you don't have batter's box except for softball fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
We're having.
Here we go.
Don DiDonatis at third hit. Doc Beckbill talking things over with Travis Clark behind home plate. That's the conversation you're hearing. DiDonatis. This one floated up and it is caught. Side retirement, but a profitable fourth inning. Smash Hit Sports with 8 on the board. This is how we sit headed to the final 3. Resmondo, a big wall to climb, down by 10.
On the strength of 8 hits, we will go to
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
That's a pretty interesting conversation I just had. Travis, back here.
Travis.
Clark. Oh, yeah.
About what? Paul's race?
Yeah.
You know you can't argue.
No, but we discussed heavily.
Bryson Baker leading things off. Bryson aboard in all 3 plate appearances.
Here we go. No, didn't get it. Good thing I dressed left and short.
Bryson Baker?
It's
5 mile an hour.
Baker aboard, everything on.
It's sometimes more difficult than you would imagine.
Kyle Pearson, the batter.
That didn't make it sound like I was very athletic. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Push. 1 out. Give me 1. Work.
No, missed. And in comes Andrew Collins to make the catch.
We have time. Connie, I'm getting to play here.
Andrew Collins one way for the middle infielder, number 7, Greg Cannell. Greg aboard in all 3 plate appearances.
Okay, here we go.
Greg Cannell now. Right back up the middle.
Right back through the box for Cannell. He's now been aboard in all 4 appearances. Runners at the corner still just 1.
We have time.
And now stepping into the box will be the left fielder, number 12, Ryan Wegman.
All right.
Here comes the rain again.
Usually guys go to the left. There you go.
Over him.
It's not falling on my face.
They're getting right across
but
him,
on the
right over his
player's
eyes.
faces outside.
Yeah.
In the middle of the stop, Brian Wegman, who's at the plate.
Working.
Resmondo needs a big inning. And they've got their first here in the 5th.
And it's an RBI double for Brian Wegman.
A double for Wegman. Down by 10.
Bryson Baker. So now in the box will be the pitcher, Travis Clark.
Hey, you guys want to put a towel on your bucket? No, I need it. Yeah, just one cloud right on us.
I would think that this feels good. It's a warm day, little sun shower here. We don't expect that this rain will last long. Travis Clark, the hitter. My assumption is, though, I think that it is easier to be at the plate during the rainstorm than it is to be in the field.
Wegman now into the box, Buddy Roll.
Okay.
Buddy Wolf. Base hit.
We have time.
And that's a base knock for Buddy Wolf. Now stepping into the box is the second baseman, number 25, Bubba Mack.
Bubba Mack with another base knock.
And that's an RBI single for Bubba Mack as he rifles that one into right center field. Travis Clark dashing through the drops to the 4th run of the inning. 2 on, still just 1 out. Into the box, the center fielder, number 21, Mike Umshide.
Now it's Mike Umshide with runners on the corners. 1 away, 23, 17. Both teams perfect scoring so far.
Here we go.
No errors fielding. That one knocked down on the infield. That could have been 2 and said, wow, they are going to get it out.
We have time.
Base.
Give me up, base.
Bubba Mack is called out. Take a look at this. Knocked down. We'll slow it down here. Ooh, it looked like he was safe. Can we backpedal it just a little bit?
So, set aboard on the fielder's choice.
Slow it way down here, frame by frame. The ball looked like it got there basically about the same time the foot got in the bag. I'm not sure that
There we go.
2 outs.
And a base hit to right
Got
field.
time.
Kevin Bazat. Runners are now at the corners with 2 outs. And stepping into the box, it'll be the new pitcher.
Here, I'll get this.
41.
We're going to cover it,
Dan
clean it.
Sanchez. Dan playing on a winter in Florida.
How are you? Doing all right, Dirty? Hey, just have a good time. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're going to get time right here. We have time. You can step back. It's an icing mechanism. Hey, I'm going to come back and I'm going to clean the plate. I was keeping it dry. I actually like Mike, so I'm going to keep it dry for him.
Shut up! You're doing shut up instead of
He's out of here.
Shut up!
Okay, guys, hey, I've already thrown, gentlemen, I've already thrown him out. Lulu,
You better stop!
Lulu, I've
You
already
better
thrown
stop!
him out. Guys, I've already thrown him out. Go get Lulu, please, Harvey, take control, be calm, get him.
Short shit!
Get him.
Piece of shit! You better stop!
I've already thrown him out, Harvey. I've already thrown him out. Okay, I don't want to throw any of the players out. Just go back. He will be.
Lulu.
Guys. Okay, so we're gonna remove him from the dugout, and he's got to go out of here where I can't see or hear him.
He's doing us a favor.
Okay.
Send him.
Okay. Travis, you're out of here. Go. You are out of here. Go where I. Okay, I'm not going to argue with you.
I asked you for what?
I am throwing you out. You are going to leave where I can't see or hear you. Goodbye. Go now. Go now. I'm telling you what. You are going to push this, and you are going to cause your team to lose. It is going to start. It's going to start a shit show. So go. Get out of here. Leave.
Hey, lock in, Dirty!
Send him back?
Yes, I did.
Okay. When do we got to reset here? There's nothing.
Oh, we got nothing. He had timeout.
Dirty, fresh batter.
Yep, fresh batter.
All right. Come on, Dirty. Come on,
Here, I got it. I put it on there to keep it dry.
So Travis Resmondo has been.
I figure he's going to hit it sometime.
Ejected from the dugout for this game.
Helmer. Okay. Dirty, you got 2 outs too. We got 2 outs, guys. 2 outs. And here we go. Play ball.
Sanchez fouls it back.
Good thing it's raining out here.
Yeah.
Somebody might have been dead.
Yeah, they're all under the cover. I cannot believe what he was saying to you, Harvey. That's just wrong. That's wrong. All right.
Sanchez carrying caught.
Sanchez with the fly ball to
inning over.
He said tag. Wait a minute, 2 outs.
But 4 here in the 5th. 6 runs the difference here at Champion Stadium.
USSSA is the stage where the nation's top sports stars shine for the country to see. On the diamond, the top baseball players are looking to be chosen by the Select 30 and compete as a team at the National Amateur Baseball Championships. In Fast Pitch, USA Elite Select and the World Fast Pitch Championships brings together premier players and teams from across the country to play for the title and continue their dream of one day playing professional softball. While Nationwide Conference USSSA hosts the stars of slow pitch softball. Take your game to the next level. Play the best. Play USSSA.
that on?
Yeah, it is on.
Now we're back here at
Corey, want
the
something?
No, I was going to tell you my thoughts on that.
Men's Major World Series.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's recording.
You're listening to Doc Beckwell behind home plate, and apparently he said that he overheard Travis Resmondo tell Ryan Harvey, "I want you to die," and that is why Travis Resmondo ejected from the game. Base hit back up the middle for Briggs.
Let me just help you 1 second. Let me help you 1 second. That's the 4th time I've thrown him out. Okay? Yeah.
He's only got about 14 times more to go to catch up to me.
Yeah, exactly.
14, man, you're shorting yourself. Didn't you hear Goop the other night?
Yeah, yours was one of the worst ejections I ever had, Branch.
I'm sure it was all in the heat of passion.
He was safe by about 3 days.
Now we go to the top of the order
Here you
for
go.
Jason Branch.
Jason Branch at the plate with a runner on first.
On it.
Deep. And caught for
catch.
out number 1.
I got your tag if you need it, Tony. I'll take another.
So 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
I'll get them from you so I can whip them off your face.
You have 2 out of 4 in the ball game.
Andy Purcell.
I got you. What are you going to do when I stop doing this?
They work hard to find their walk-up music. It's all about finding something that is unique.
Here we go.
And the Hall of Famer at the plate hit by the first pitch.
That's a dead ball.
The rain is completely stopped now. This one hooking foul
That is
into the
foul.
stands.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Thanks.
That one fouled off there on the right field line. Fans down there staying alert.
That's a freebie. I appreciate
Are
it.
you in the throat? You need another one of those?
No, Tony would want to do that, but
Tony would want me to punch you in the throat?
yeah,
Sanchez.
absolutely.
Probably right.
In the place of
Here we go.
Clark, who started the game. Andy Purcell
Take your time, bad wheel!
on the ground, and an easy throw over to first, and there's 2 outs.
And Purcell banging that one up the middle for the 3rd time today. And outfield Purcell down ball and took the stride. So now 2 away for the catcher, Ryan Harvey.
He may need another hat.
Don't do that. I'm sorry, there's a please on that too. Please don't do that.
That ball one?
No.
Only if I'm on the mound.
Ryan Harvey now.
All right, here we go. I still got you, Harv.
Come on, Dirt, here we go!
Here we go.
Pitch inside.
So here we go before you throw it.
Yeah.
Grounded over to third. Baker across the diamond, and the play made. Side retired, and Resmondo has some life. Blanking smash it for the first time in the contest. They're coming back to the plate. Trailing 23-18.
Okay, one thing I can't use again.
With Direct Points Daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
A lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us.
That's all right, come on, it's fine.
Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
Now we're back here for the top of the 6th inning.
You got to settle up with Dale. You're on Dale's time.
Not a whole lot of wind today.
Dinner bell? That would get you in the dinner
Champion
bell?
Stadium. Sounds like Doc's taking everybody out to dinner afterwards. Wonder whether we can jump along as well.
On you. Yeah, I will always protect the batter when that happens.
So I thought
when they throw it before I have time in, it's either no pitch or.
But I feel like he
did
released it and he said, "All right."
Yeah, he did.
So he threw it.
So that was going to be a ball. It didn't really matter where it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There are all sorts of ways to throw an unfairly delivered pitch. That's like a quick return pitch.
Base hit to lead off the inning.
Then it's going to be what it is. Because I'm not calling time.
Into the box, the first baseman, number 22, Miles.
Yep.
Did they got another big inning in them? 8 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th. After going scoreless in the first 2. Kyle Pearson, this one looping the other way. Goes to the wall. And Pearson on his way to second.
Clear time!
Center field for Pearson.
With a double.
All the way to the wall. The runners at second and third with nobody out. For the middle infielder, Greg Cannell. Greg aboard in all 4 of his plate appearances.
So they're low. It's a big spot for Greg Cannell. Runners at second and third.
Here we go.
First pitch. Fouled on the right side.
All right.
Connie to center.
Got a catch.
A run will come in.
We have time.
RBI.
Here's Wegman.
Gray. Actually, he blondes it up all the time.
Kyle Pearson, the third in the box.
All right.
Work. Good one. Need another one.
You kind of get an idea where everybody's going.
They want to go to right center.
Yeah.
So if you go directly to right field, the wind's going to push it foul.
All right. Hey, you
Wegman
sound like
takes the
Joe
ball.
Buck.
Come on now.
Full.
2-1, full count to Wags. And this one falling quickly, and it's going to get by the left fielder, Brandon Dillon. Would have been spectacular.
All right, we got
it gets
time.
caught underneath the fence. It's like the ivy at Wrigley. And they're going to send Wegman back to third. At least that's
This call will depend
plan.
on what the umpire out there says. Let's see what he's got.
It's going to be a dead ball double.
That would be 2 bases.
So 2 bases the call.
So that one wedging beneath the fence.
So it makes it 23-20.
Confirms. So that is a ground rule double, Credit Kyle Pearson with the run. Credit Brian Wegman with the RBI double. There's still one.
Okay, what's more fun to play?
Travis Clark.
Hardball, minor league, major league, or this? In your experience. Yep.
Here's Travis Clark in the 6th inning, 1 away. Within 3.
Here you go.
No fans.
Is the momentum going to shift here in the latter innings?
You get all the big league rehab guys coming down.
Inside. We've got 20. Who did you play for?
Cubs,
Pitch
Rockies,
inside.
Red Sox, Braves, and everywhere from
Here we go.
Fort Lauderdale,
Mike!
Called strike.
No, that was good.
Pennsylvania, Arizona.
That was deep. Hey, the Tigers are probably looking for help.
For Travis Clark, 2 on, 1 out in the box, buddy.
You want me to give him a call?
Here's the thing. All them teams are looking for help. All
Yeah.
they got to do is look into their minor league system.
Oh, yeah. Well, Detroit has.
Plenty of studs down in the minor leagues.
All right.
Buddy Wolf.
Just hit it. Just hit it. Right here. I didn't put the plate there. Hit the tip of it.
To second for 1, back to first, and they turn. A double play. That is the D. Could have been big.
The hot smash by Wolf and a textbook double play.
Through all the crap, though, it's been a pretty decent game.
Ending double play. The flip to Junior and over to first. Ends the threat.
2 runs. They get those 2 runs on 3 hits. Will go to the bottom of the 6th and do
A drink? Yeah, I need a drink.
With Direct Points Daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
It's a lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us.
That's all right, come on, it's fine.
Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
He shouldn't be fucking made now.
I know, but I still think he was happy he batted. No, maybe
There's
before he
where we
batted.
sit.
After he batted, he wasn't happy.
SoftballCenter.com coming back to the booth.
Pitching well.
He is.
Even with your shitty strike.
How was the town on the field?
Wow.
I was down there for an inning taking some pictures and video and started raining on me. So I came back up. But how about Resmondo leaving them loaded right there?
Crazy,
with
right?
a double play. I mean, you have to hit the ball out of the infield.
Well,
If you don't have the
back to,
confidence that
Columbus,
you're going to
okay?
hit a home run, at least hit a fly ball. Let the next guy take a crack.
Yeah, I know. That was great.
That was for the lead, that
All my
swing by
friends stood
Buddy
up
Wolf.
for me too. I loved it.
Double play.
Oh
That's
my
a big
God.
spot. You talked about, I think, were you thinking that they should have
They
went
were
to
all
Dirty
looking at their
Sanchez a little bit
phones,
earlier as we
counting
see
their
Collins
shoelaces.
at the plate to lead
Absolutely.
things off?
Yep.
20.
Clark let up 11 runs in the third. At some point during that inning, they should have put in Sanchez. They left him in the whole inning, and then he let up 8 more in the fourth. That's 19 runs before the pitching change.
It's all right, Trav. You actually, yeah.
And Sanchez hasn't given up a run. since he came up.
Wait, you Chris Greinert now or what?
23-20. Resmondo's done everything wrong that you can do in a game, and they still have a chance. Small chance.
All right, you're going to go down there.
Yeah, really is going to come down to.
You were very loud.
If you can blank
I
understand or keep it to a very low number, you get a real good chance to put up something decent in the 7th and put the pressure on.
No,
you
did swear.
With Smash It being the home team and having the hammer.
How about when I said, yeah, but if it wasn't for softball, we wouldn't even know each other.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, I had to make sure to keep you in the box or keep you there so I could keep yelling at you.
Plus a history of shutting teams down in the 6th and 7th innings this year.
That's what I said. We're going to talk about something else. They're going to have to bring it up. 20.
What's been the story of these two teams this year when they face off against one another?
I think Smash It's won most of those.
Mike!
Remember the Smokey, we had a record number of runs scored. Final score was in 80s and 70s. And
where did they cross
Smash
It
even won that game.
No.
Resmondo beat him once at the Hall of Fame.
Make sure it won!
They throw to second and they get the lead runner. Kind of almost I felt like they heard, make sure you get the out at 1. But they go and they get the lead runner.
So that's Chris Hansen up with him.
Hansen on defensively for Resmondo.
I think so.
At second base makes the play.
Okay, so that pitch that I call a strike, you saw how it crossed on him. I mean, how could that be anything? How could that be anything but a strike? I mean, if that was for a strike 2, I would still call that.
Yeah.
And they would scream and holler and yell, but I would still call it. Yeah.
Here's Rainier.
Here we go.
It's been one of the more entertaining games having Doc Beckman
I heard you yelling
play
at
today.
the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's been an eventful
But I don't do it all the time.
game with the umpire.
Strike 3.
I think he's done a nice job. As you see, this is going to be a fly out to center field of
You got to catch.
managing the emotions, if you
We
will.
have time.
Right, you had Travis Clark, who was so frustrated with the strike zone. And then he gets taken out after the 18 runs he gave up in 2 innings. And where does Helmer have to put him to keep him in the game? Puts him at catcher. So now he's got to stand right next to Doc.
When you guys yell at us,
and they're still
are you losing focus or are you gaining focus? What are you doing?
I actually gain focus because then I get mad and I get more focused. I think he's probably the same way, but there's a lot of guys who lose it.
Because I know you don't want to use us as an excuse because that's not good.
I don't really yell at you unless I really honestly think, hey, push! Going off!
Clark and Doc talking about it.
Yeah, here we go.
I don't yell at you unless I really honestly think it's a strike.
Whether they get more focused when they argue or less focused. Clark's saying more focused. I don't believe that.
This could be a huge out if they can get Dylan here.
Yes.
2 away.
Resmondo's left the bases
loaded
a couple of times.
No, go over there.
He said both, yes, sir.
Go over there.
And here, the shoe's on the other foot with 2 on and 2 out, and they haven't scored in an inning and 2/3. See what Dylan does. Sanchez really done a nice job pitching. Playable.
Ground ball.
Playable.
That will do it, and look at this. Back-to-back scoreless innings.
We need to get on social media then. You need to text.
Dirty Sanchez.
I answered his question 3 times.
They got a shot.
Sanchez, 2 1/3 scoreless innings. It's incredible.
Top 7, that's the score you have? Okay.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
Talking about the strike zone like this is
They
intimidation.
filled out applications to umpire next year.
Oh, you did?
No, they
You
did.
get a lot more conference umpires.
No,
if
I've done
you
this
got
once.
some of these players in, right?
Actually, I
I think we
YouTubed
could
it and I
use a
stayed
few
at the Holiday Inn
ex-conference
Express
players
last night.
doing the big games. That'd be awesome.
Okay, here we go. Top of 7.
It all comes down to this, the final inning.
And
to
play.
The winner.
Winner's in the driver's seat, Burn. Nice start by Resmondo.
And you know, that's kind of the difference. We saw third, particularly in the fourth and fifth. We've seen some home runs, but they kind of got it settled in with a couple of base hits.
2 ground balls.
Trying to tee it up.
Purcell's won all those battles where the bases were loaded and 1 or 2 outs, and he's gotten his team out of it.
Okay, we got a runner.
And the home runs have slowed down here the last couple innings for sure. As I look at the wind, it's blowing in about 50% of the time, and it's blowing out to the right field corner 50% of the time.
Right. But hit the umpire standing in right field and you're okay. I mean, you got a perfect target.
Andy Purcell.
Paul
moving everybody
Burke,
around.
the pinch runner at first base. Don't get doubled off.
Here we go. Inside.
Umshide, bottom of the order. Obviously a huge
We have time.
inning for Resmondo, down 3.
If they get there. The tying run is still on deck.
And it's really Resmondo's 3 defensive
Got one ball.
players that are going to bat here. Umshide, Bazat, and Sanchez.
Oh, yeah. Chicago.
They need to get it to
when
the
it's
top
windy and
of the
it's
order
blowing
with
at it.
1 out.
Right.
That's the goal. If there's 2 outs when the top comes up, they're going to be in big trouble.
Sean and Dan Smith, they've got next.
Here we go.
And a busy afternoon of softball here at Champion Stadium. Umshide hoping that one
You
sails
would
out of
never
play.
think playing in a minor league system that it would be so hard to hit a softball. There'd be so much to it.
Well, it's not hard to hit it. It's hard to do what you want.
Right. Here we go.
Doc Bevel talking things over with Harvey. Umshide
Popped
still
him
missed
up.
it.
That's
Going to be tricky.
trouble.
Long run for Collins. And he
Collins,
makes the play, and he almost has a
doesn't.
chance for a double play. Wow.
Wow, I was thinking
And we
about
have
that.
time.
As your pinch runner that doesn't have a lot of experience in a conference,
I'm
you
good
don't
with
want to
you.
get doubled off, and he almost
I needed
did.
to get on camera.
Branch blocking the base at first, but couldn't hang
You're
on
right,
to
it's hard to
throw.
do what you
Great
wanna do
catch
with
by
it.
Collins on a long run.
Andy Purcell with his hands on his head. He knows that this would have been gigantic.
That's a championship play by Collins. And to try to get the double play, Branch blocks the base with his legs, but then
Well, you still
couldn't
have to
hang
do the
on.
right thing with the ball.
The ball.
Right. I got you.
You need 3 runs, so the the pinch runner here burnt.
Yeah,
Got to be
that's,
careful.
We still have time.
Not the right spot on the lineup because we're at the bottom.
How hard is it to do what you're trying to do?
Resmondo
Putting a lot of pressure on these last 2 hitters.
Here we go. Well, you got the meathead
Bazat.
mentality.
out to Collins. That would hit the ground. Here's a throw to second, and it is in time. They got him. What a recovery for Andrew Collins, who dropped it out in right field, couldn't make the play, but then recovers to get the out.
Because Resmondo cannot do anything right. A pinch runner doesn't read it right.
Trap is out of board, but Burnt is nailed at second base.
So somebody asked
And
me,
then
why are you putting
hits
6
the cut
umpires out on the field?
for the out. Wow.
That right there is why.
But 2 outs, a runner.
You immediately
That's-
knew that ball was down. Immediately. You're standing right there.
It'll be the pitcher, number 41, Dan Sanchez.
All right, here we go. I still got you, Dirty.
The breaks are going Scene's way, but they're also making their own breaks as they moved Rulli from second base to third base, and DiDonatis to the right side of the infield against the lefty. Dan Sanchez.
Big contact.
You just swing hard to try to hit it.
Sanchez fouls it off.
So they're down to their final strike.
Yep.
Throw that one in. They came to get to
Keep
the spot.
that one, Andy.
Back-to-back blanks.
You know, I'm trying to hit the ball here.
Right.
Resmondo with all the big names in the lineup and didn't get it done. Now it comes down to Dan Sanchez, who probably only his second at bat of the weekend.
But it is fun, isn't it?
It is fun.
Sanchez is a good hitter, though.
1-1.
Whole new story if you can get on board because they're back at the top of the lineup. You put the tying run on board. Sanchez popped up. This should do it. Collins coming in. Rainier backpedals, makes the catch. And Rainier does it. Smash it on to the championship game. 23-20.
The number 2 seed Resmondo 20, and so Smash It has punched their
What a game.
Some unexplainable innings there by Resmondo as they didn't get a hit in the first 2 innings. And then blank in the 7th. Leave the bases loaded in the 6th. And they were just outplayed, even though the score was close. Really outplayed in every phase of the game.
For Resmondo, they'll get 1 game to rest. They'll be back at 5.
So Resmondo is going to play at 5 o'clock against either the Scene or Dan Smith. That game will be next.
The Scene headlines, I like to say, just to separate them from the major team.
And we've still got plenty more to come on Championship Saturday here at the USSSA Men's Major World Series.
Oh, you were?
Oh, me? Yeah.
Oh, me and Maddie and I have Thunderdome going on.
All right, let's see. Down there waiting to chance to talk to the winners.
Another hero.
Trying to get the ball out there, it's got to cut it.
Oh, why do you know you're doing this and doing this?
Hey, Rob. So somebody asked me, why you put 6 on that shelf? That's why.
Yeah.
Immediately, everybody knew that ball was down.
Yes.
And that play
What a
doesn't
game.
happen if you're not out there.
Yep.
Look at that.
Where's Lita?
He went downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll put it on.
All right. Oh.
What a moment, what a championship type performance today for Smash It Sports. They're on to the championship game.
Well, those guys won.
So much
They want to sign up to be umpires.
went into that last contest, and Andy Purcell once again helps lead Smash It to victory. He's down on the field with Lindsay Schmidt. Lindsay?
Thanks, and thank you, Bernie. Andy, it was quite the emotional roller coaster that we saw during this game. Take us through, what you were feeling from beginning to end.
Well, we started slow, but they, we put up 2-2 and 2, and then they had that big inning. So just like every time we play, we knew if we just settle down, play our game, we're going to have our big inning, and then our defense usually takes over.
A lot of talent, a lot of Hall of Fame talent, and a lot of history between your two teams and between each players on each team. How do you keep those emotions in check?
Well, it's hard. We're all friends off the field, but we've been playing against each other for so long that when we're on the field, things are said, things happen. It's just all fire, but it's intense during the game, but after the game, we're all friends. We're all good.
And I see you guys, you obviously get emotional on the field, but you do have another game or games to play against the obviously winners of this next game coming up. How do you carry that momentum into the next game?
Well, we settle down now. We go back to the room. We'll change. We'll relax, get some fluids in us, and we'll see who we play at. We think we're going to play Resmondo. All the teams that are left are very, very good, so you never know, but we're mentally ready to play anybody.
All right, Andy. Well, I'll let you go get those fluids, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Bernie.
Thanks so much, Lindsay. Andy Purcell and company getting set. Our next game right here on Champion Stadium. Stay with us on USSSALive.com. We'll have the Scene headliners and Dan Smith coming your way shortly. Yes, please. You Dan Smith. How'd they hold up, everybody? We make it? Oh, right here. I think
the whole time. It's just like, guys, tell me what you want from me. Like, so just yo, but YouTube it. ESSA brawl, and there's at least 2 videos of just like bench clearing brawls, like and they're playing on like a dirt field, so like just clays get kicked up in the air. The scene versus everybody's wives and baby moms. So like,
you have to put the scenes lineup in there. Do they have one or no? Dan Smith is the home team. And the scene is the visitors, the away team. Another one fights